Get ready, Chargers fans, because what just happened over the last few hours feels like it was ripped straight out of a Hollywood script. 4 quiet moves that could rewrite the course of our season. 1 unexpected offensive weapon, 1 bold draft choice that screams Harbaugh. A millionaire name that might be landing in L.A. and behind the scenes? Clear signs of a master plan unfolding. You're not going to believe what we've got today. So hit that like button, buckle up, and let's get into it. While everyone was locked in on the big-name prospects, the Chargers pulled a fast one. A second-round pick that flew under the radar but might just be the secret weapon Justin Herbert's been waiting for. His name? Royals. A highly underrated receiver with the kind of potential that can change a team's dynamic. And this is where the chess match begins for the new front office. First off, the guy ran a 4.4240 while injured. Let that sink in. Imagine what he can do fully healthy, wearing Bolts blue, catching lasers from Herbert. But it's not just about his size, 6', 205 pounds, or speed. It's his spatial awareness that sets him apart. He's not the flashiest receiver, but he finds windows like a surgeon. That vision, that feel for soft spots and coverage makes him a third-down threat and a go-to guy in crunch moments. Last year, McConkey was the star. Over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and a playoff run for the books. But who stepped up behind him? Quentin Johnston had decent numbers, 701 yards, 8 TDs, but the inconsistency was painful. Drops, misreads, vanishing in key moments. Dissly showed up more than expected, sure. But let's be honest, we need more. Royals walks into this situation without the pressure of a top pick, no spotlight, no expectations, and that's exactly what makes him dangerous. He could be this year's classic draft steal, the guy everyone passed on, only to regret it when he's torching defenses in November. The fan base is already split. Some are all in, calling him the sleeper of the year. Others are cautious, pointing to his injury history and the need to prove himself. But what's undeniable is this. Herbert needs more weapons, and if McConkey draws the top corner every week, Royals will get open looks. And he knows how to make them count. If the coaching staff plugs him in the right way from training camp, this offense could become a nightmare. Think about it. Herbert's cannon, McConkey's speed, and Royals' IQ, that's a deadly combo. And we're just getting started. While many expected a balanced draft approach, the Chargers made one thing clear. They're building from the defense out. In a recent 3-round mock without trades, the team went all in on defense. The question now, bold strategy or reckless gamble? Pick 22 went to Walter Nolan, a monster defensive tackle out of Ole Miss. This guy isn't just strong, he's a force. 48 tackles, 14 TFLs, 5 sacks in 2024. But here's the twist. He had more impact in 1 year at Ole Miss than in 2 at Texas A&M. Classic late bloomer energy. He's hungry. He's coming for blood. He fits L.A. perfectly. With Poona Ford out and Tier Tart still in, Nolan steps in as a day-one starter. That combo could shut down the run and collapse pockets in the middle. Then came pick 55, Josiah Stewart, edge from Michigan. And you can see Harbaugh's fingerprints all over this one. Stewart was one of the most disruptive edge rushers in college football, posting a 41.2% win rate in pure pass rush situations. Translation, he's the heir to Joey Bosa. And with Bosa's injury concerns, the timing couldn't be better. Stewart's fast, polished, and relentless, the kind of edge rusher who makes QBs uncomfortable before the snap. If he delivers even half of what he did at Michigan, we're talking about a game changer. And rounding it out, the 3rd-round pick, Kobe Bryant, cornerback out of Kansas, straight-up ball hawk, 13 picks in 4 years, 7 pass breakups in 2024 alone. He's not the biggest, 6'1", 175 lbs, but he plays like a bulldog. He's physical, fearless, and thrives in man coverage. If all 3 picks hit, we're looking at an instant rebuild across the D-line, pass rush, and secondary. Harbaugh is quietly building a war machine. Offenses better take note. This isn't the same soft Chargers unit anymore, but it's the next part that really throws a curveball. Picture this. Justin Herbert in the red zone staring down a defense with Mark Andrews lined up tight. That's right. Trade buzz just hit. The Chargers and Ravens are reportedly discussing a deal that would send the star tight end to L.A., the proposed trade. A 2025 4th-rounder and guard Jamari Sellier for Andrews. This one's tricky. On one hand, Andrews is one of the most productive TEs in the league. On the other, he's in the final year of a $56 million deal and had a dip in production last season. Still, imagine the boost. The Chargers ranked 18th in red zone efficiency last year. Plenty of drives, not enough finish. Andrews is the type of guy who fixes that. He's clutch, Sure-handed and blocks like a tackle. Perfect fit for Harbaugh's hybrid scheme. Herbert, McConkey, Andrews. That trio forces defenses to make ugly choices. The concern? Cost. Is it worth giving up young depth and draft capital for a one-year rental? Some say yes, if the goal is to win now. Others want a contract extension baked into the deal. Without that, it's a big gamble. Don't forget, Conklin and Disley are solid enough. But Andrews is another tier. He'd instantly raise the ceiling of this offense. It's like dropping nitrous in a race car that's already fast. And here's the kicker. Ravens GM Eric DeCosta said, "I never know what's going to happen." That's code for talks are real. The Chargers are flirting with boldness. And if they pull this off, it could be the final piece to build an elite attack. But hold up, because what's next turns the entire draft narrative on its head. Think you know what the Chargers are planning at the 2025 draft? Think again. A fresh dive into GM Joe Hortiz's past just uncovered a strategy that could change everything. Hortiz came from the Ravens, and that's the blueprint. The Athletic's Daniel Popper analyzed years of Baltimore draft data, and the takeaway is loud and clear. They trade down, a lot. Let's break it down. Since 2009, the Ravens only traded up once in the first round for Michael Oher. But they've traded down multiple times, twice from pick 22 in recent years alone. In 2018 and 2019, they dropped back from 22 to 25. In 2012, from 29 to 35. It's all about stacking picks and finding value. What does that mean for LEA? Don't expect an aggressive jump up on day one. If anything, look for a smart trade back. That lines up with everything we've seen from Hortiz so far. Disciplined, patient, no panic moves. And here's the wild part. The only time he broke the mold was last year, when he moved up in round 2 to grab McConkey, and that turned out to be the steal of the season. So if there's a bold move coming, don't bet on it happening in the first. Watch round 2. That's where Hortiz plays his ace. Calculated risk with huge upside. This changes the game. Fans expecting a splash at pick 22 might instead see a strategic drop and a value play. And if that happens, know this. It's not fear, it's intention. It's a master plan in motion. What looked like a quiet offseason is turning into a chess match, and the Chargers are moving their pieces like grandmasters. Now here's the question. Are you ready to see this plan unfold on draft night? If you thought this would be just another slow preseason, think again. The Chargers are cooking something big. Every decision, from surprise picks to full-on defensive investments, to wild trade rumors, to draft board manipulation, points to a team ready to shock the league. So now it's your turn. Which move fired you up the most? And which one gave you that gut punch of doubt? Drop your take in the comments, because your voice is part of this journey. Like, share, and subscribe, because this war for honor is just beginning, and we're in it till the end.